Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marisa, and today we're going to be talking about an element used in design that once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's just always going to be there. This is one of the tricks of the trade that when used correctly can really help elevate the look of your space. Today we're talking about shapes. So recently I've been on this kick with my different design projects, looking for ways that we can incorporate similar shapes or the same shape kind of all throughout the home. And it's been really fun for me. It's been really interesting to see how easy it is to incorporate these types of elements all throughout a design. But there's a reason why interior designers try to do this. Now, I'm going to try to just explain the bigger principle to you, and then we're going to look at some photos on Instagram to kind of show you what it looks like. But the idea is that shape is one of these natural elements that we want to include in interior design. So this could take on all sorts of forms. They could be geometric, they could be organic and natural shapes, they could be curvilinear. I'm just going to stick with like square and round for this video. We're just going to stick to the basic shapes because you guys, I'm telling you, once you see this, you're gonna start noticing it everywhere you go. How did I just get a text if this is on airplane mode? In a future video, I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into some of the principles of interior design. But for today, I just wanna touch on one of them, and that is repetition. Oftentimes, when you look at a space that you love, you will see that certain patterns or elements or shapes are repeated. Repetition is a principle that really helps to tie interior design work together, and it really is easy on the eyes and helps create visual interest. So, when you use repetition and this element of shapes in a design, it does something that you maybe have not intentionally noticed before, but your subconscious has probably reacted to a space that you've walked into, or maybe the architecture of a home that you have seen, and you've thought that it looks lovely, and maybe you couldn't put your finger on exactly what it was. It was probably many things, but one of the things may have been the use of shapes in a repeated manner. So I'm gonna open up Instagram and kind of explain to you what this could look like in design. Okay, so this first one that it opened up to here is from Rove Concepts. I absolutely love Rove Concepts. In fact, we're redoing our basement right now, and we're vlogging the whole thing. So if you're curious about how that process is, you can click the video link below. But we have ordered our huge modular sectional from Rove Concepts, and I'm super excited. I just got a shipping notification. It's on its way. Okay, anyway. So when you look at this picture from Rove Concepts, one of the things that you'll notice right away is that there's lines. They have used straight lines vertically and horizontally, and the combination of the repetition of this kind of a shape makes this really visually interesting. Let's scroll through. Okay, here's one. Okay, this one is from Lonnie Mag on Instagram. And you can see just this little tiny vignette that they captured. They are using different circles. There is a round side table next to the bed. There is a really cute globe light fixture wall sconce. And then there is a round coffee mug that's placed on the window ledge, and a really cute, short, stocky, round pot for the plant. So at first glance, you just see a really lovely monochromatic palette, but then when you look closer, you see, oh my gosh, they've repeated the shape all through this design. Okay, let's keep scrolling, see what else we see. Okay, well, I mean, this picture by Architectural Digest obviously is a repetition of many different shapes. This is a really, really cool building in Barcelona. Very cool. Let's keep looking. Okay. Here's another one by Rove Concepts. Obviously they come up on my feed quite a bit. So if you take a look at this, there is some tall tree branches leaned in the back corner, and then right next to the chair is the tripod legs of this floor lamp that mimics the shape of those branches in the background. I mean, they've also repeated textures with the wood in the background and the firewood that's kind of poking out the left. Obviously they've used a handful of elements of design in this photo, but but see how they mimicked the shape there? If you like this video or are finding it a little bit helpful, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. And also, if you've not yet subscribed, tap subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified every time there's a new video. I release a new design video every Thursday. And as I mentioned earlier, if you want, you can follow along with our family vlog as we are renovating our basement and bringing you guys along that process. Here's one, again, by Architectural Digest. I mean, if you're looking for a great design account to follow and you don't yet follow Architectural Digest, I highly recommend it. So look at what they've done here. This is really beautiful. There is all of the lines in the mullions in the windows. So it creates this grid pattern, both on the back wall and the side wall. And then they have the same kind of block sort of line shape taking place underneath the fireplace. Okay, so that's lovely. But then if you look at the rest of what is included in this space, for the most part, the sofa has curved arms, the massive vase on the coffee table is round, the light fixture hanging above is curved in its shape. They have done such a fantastic job of mixing really straight lines and that pattern with round objects, and they are playing off of one another, and that's one of the reasons why this looks so great. So earlier when I first started the video, I said when this is done right, it can look really well and elevate a space. Well, this is an example. The repeated shape doesn't have to be the only single repeated shape in the space. So in this case, you can see how beautifully it looked when they balanced both of the hard, straight lines with the curved circle elements that they brought in. It's just those two things working harmoniously together are helping to create such a lovely space. Let's see if there's one more. Ooh, here's an interesting one from the Interior Design Mag. Their Instagram account, again, is so lovely. And this is a place that is in Russia. And you can see that they have mixed so many different shapes and have repeated many of them, but together they are working so beautifully together. There is circles, there is kind of like elongated circles, like a pill-shaped circle. It's not quite an oval. Plus it's got the really ornate paneling on the walls, which is also mimicked on some of the other trim and the ceiling. Then they have some of the circle trim on the ceiling, which is bringing in some more of the soft round shapes again, which they have in their bar stools. And then with this beautiful herringbone tile, it's bringing in this gorgeous, like pointed, angular, triangle sort of shape, breaking up all of the other straight lines and curved lines. Isn't this so beautiful? Again, it doesn't have to be your style, but once you start to look for shapes when you're in a space, like I said, you can't unsee it. And then you begin to see, oh my gosh, one of the reasons why this space looks so great is because of the way that they've intentionally used different shapes. Super interesting, right? So take a second and look through your space, or look through the space that you're in right now. Is it calming? Is it pleasing on the eyes, or something about it you really like? And if it feels nice where you are, look around and see if the use of shapes has been included in the design in the room. Sometimes this happens completely unintentionally, but when it happens intentionally, the design just goes to a whole new level and it looks outstanding. Okay, so as you're observing the space that you're in, comment below, what are the shapes that you're seeing in the space that you're in, and are they working? Do you like what you're seeing, or are you thinking, oh no, now that I'm looking, it's just not been thought through? But there is a heck of a lot of shapes over here. I'd love to hear from you. I just launched my own interior design Instagram account. It's called Marisa Anderson Design. I will link it in the description box below. And essentially it's just a collection of the portfolio of work that I have done up until now. I'm also sharing some more of my education as I continue to learn. I'll be sharing some tips and tricks and things to help you create spaces that you love. So I'd love to connect with you over on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you have an awesome day, and we'll see you back here next week at I Am Loved.